is social media? So let's begin by specifying exactly what it is we're talking about. So social media, everybody seems to know what it is, but it's quite hard to define. I mean, you know what it is when you see it. Like, it's Facebook, it's Twitter, it's Snapchat, it's all of these different services. But is WhatsApp social media? Is Wikipedia? Is Google? Are these different things social media? And if not, why not? So I define social media in a psychological sense as online services which encourage users to digitize and publicly share previously private information. So whether it's uploading a selfie or following another account or anything that you do on social media is basically asking you to give up your personal opinion on something or to give up some sort of private information. And obviously, the idea of this is to make a service which is very personal to you and much more relevant to you, but it doesn't take away from the basic fact that social media services run on a fuel which is human psychology. So you give it the stuff it needs for it to function, and you should never forget that. The services themselves, I think, every social media service has a number of core features. So every service has profiles. So every social media service has a place that you can put your personality, your personal details out there publicly. So that's your name, your age, your date of birth, your photograph, and all of those different things. Also, social media services definitely have places where you connect with other people, whether it's your friends or family or celebrities. Every social media services has a feature where you can connect. Every social media service also has a feature where you can put in updates, whether it's a blog post or a status update or a tweet. There's some sort of place that you can type out text that all your connections can see. Most social media services now have the feature where you can upload some kind of media. So that means maybe a photograph, it could be a sound file, it could be video, or it could be live streaming. It used to be the case that only that social media had this feature and social networking services didn't. But now pretty much every social networking service is also a social media service, and so the two are more or less the same thing. Additionally, the next one is, even though social media is all about public information, every social media service has a private messaging facility or direct messaging facility where you can email people out of the public eye. And finally, the last core feature of social media is what I would call values. So every social media service has numbers everywhere. So whether it's the date you joined, the number of followers you have, the time that message was posted, there's numbers everywhere. But that's important in terms of how social media services run, but it's also important in terms of how we use them. And we'll talk about that more later on. So this kind of a definition and this sort of a structure that I define social media as rules out Wikipedia, because although Wikipedia is very much about public activity, there's not really much activity around profiles. And it's more to do with general knowledge rather than personal experiences. It's not emphasized in the same way. And similarly, WhatsApp is all about connecting, but it's much more private, and it's supposed to be private. Even though you can have lots of different connections, there's not really a profile on WhatsApp to the same extent. And as well, you might think that this sort of definition rules out YouTube, but it doesn't, because actually if you look for it on YouTube, there is a place where you can put in a status update, which is pure text and no video, and it's there if you go and look for it. So that's the general structure of social media. It emphasizes that you have to share private information and make it public and digital, and it has those core features as well.